Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the incredible city of Glasgow and the Unibet Premier League. That's all brought to you by the Professional Dance Corporation, live on Sky Sports as we welcome the millions of viewers joining us around the world. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to meet the players. Would you please welcome to the Premier League one of the 9 contenders. He is the 3-time Lakeside Champion of the World, Durrant. Gentlemen, the former World Grand Prix champion and the winner of the Players' Championship Finals. Time to meet Super G.
Touching warm, reaching out, touching me, touching you. Good times never seem so good. I've been blind.
Fantastic reception from both players. The PR machine working brilliant.
Yeah, clever moves by both of them. Obviously, Glenn holding up the Gary Anderson scarf, gets the crowd on him, on his side instantly. But it's going to be a good game. Both players look relaxed. Glenn, we see him there. He looks like he's going to embrace every minute and enjoy this. So, and he's got the quality to win the game as well. And like with Chris Dobey last week, he wants to put himself in the window. So when he wants to be picked again to be in the tournament properly, he can do that. So he's got to prove he can handle the situation tonight.
I can't quite believe what he's seeing out there. Darts in front of 8,500 people. He's never known anything like it. He went wow He soaked up the atmosphere. He was almost in tears.
Yeah, a bit of emotion coming through there, but like I said, he's played in the Grand Slam of darts. That's a completely different environment to what he's going to play in tonight. But like I said, importantly, he's got to go up there and do a job. I mean, he doesn't want to just enjoy it and roll over. He wants to put on a performance just like Chris Dobie did last week to prove that if he gets the chance to play in this tournament as one of the main contenders in a few years, he'll get that.
People were wondering whether it would work having this guest play every week. Dobie brilliant last week, and Durrant amazing so far tonight.
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't thrown a dart yet, but he looks relaxed. He's going to play well. He's had a good result on the weekend on the tour, so he's going to test Darryl tonight. But Darryl's quality as well. He's a top 5, top 6 player now, because defeats like last week he just forgets about and moves on to this week. And he won't be dwelling on what happened last week against Gezi. He'll want to put on a show here. He'll want to show Glenn as well that it's not just easy to come up here and perform. He's earned his spot with major wins in the Grand Prix and the Players' Championship last year. So it's going to be a real close game and a big test for Daryl Gurney.
Durrant's 48. Has he left it too late to come over to the PDC?
No, I don't think so. He's come over at the right time for him. He's come over winning titles in the BDO, more importantly, those 3 world titles. He's come over confident. That showed last week. He's played in his first ranking final in the PDC already, and he's got the experience of playing in the Grand Slam, where, like Wayne touched on, he's never looked out of place. Very unlucky to go out in the group this past year, but no, definitely not left it too late, and I think he will make strides in the PDC. Electric
atmosphere. Wayne Marvin, Rod Studio commentary team.
Yes, thanks, Dave. Those 3 little words we all want to hear on Valentine's Day. Premier League darts. And there's a lot of love up on the stage for these 2 players from the packed house here in Glasgow. Both of them, Wayne, becoming adopted Scots. Short of wearing a Gary Anderson mask, Glenn Durrant couldn't have done a better impression of Gary Anderson with the scarf. What's he going to make of this huge atmosphere? I mean, played at great darting venues, the lakeside, but it's a completely different atmosphere from this, isn't it?
96. Yeah, this is different to any tournament you ever play in, no matter how big, whether it be the Alexandra Palace, whether it be the Lakeside Country Club, whether it be the Circus Tavern. This is the trouble with Glenn Durrant. He can't settle in. He's a very nervous type. Your first visit in a Premier League contest, Max.
Yes, Dozer on the buzzer from the get-go with a starter for 180.
Yeah, the pair of ingratiators that they are. Comes up with a Team Ando scarf, does Dozer, and tartan trousers for Darryl.
Yeah.
Scottish flag.
Darryl wears your trousers.
I've got to say, I agree with Mark Webster. I think this is a real test for Daryl Gurney. And Dozer.
Real test for Gurney, because beaten last week, cannot afford really to go 0 for 2, whereas for Dozer, the result not the be-all and end-all, but wanting to play at his brilliant best, as we saw from Chris Dobie last week in Newcastle. Ooh, lovely dart, lovely start. Number 16 then for Darryl.
75. When you reply 19.
Glenn is expecting a double 15 or bullseye. Looking at a 60, he might get one at double 5. Bullseye!
65.
Well, at the weekend, he made the final, one of the tour events, and in that final against Chizzy, that he eventually lost. He took out a 170 in that, ending on the bullseye. He needed that to win the first leg. It goes Gurney's way. Yeah, I've likened these two to being of a kind of similar style player, and that is both very good on a daily basis. If they play badly, it's low 90s, which is still very good.
Well, there's been plenty of speculation over the past few years, and it was obviously intensified as soon as Durrant did qualify to play on the PDC circuit, of how good he would be if he was playing the PDC Tour regularly, and where would he eventually be ranked. Well, according to the bookmakers at least, they reckon somewhere around 5th, because they made the two players here in this match joint favourites to win, and Daryl Gurney's the world ranked number 5 at the moment.
Absolutely bang on, yeah.
16.
So in 2 years' time, roughly, they're saying top 8, aren't they?
Yes. Let's not forget that Daryl Gurney just a matter of months ago was the man to defeat Michael van Gerwen in Minehead in a thrilling Players' Championship final to claim another
54.
televised title to go with his World Grand Prix from the previous year. So whilst it wasn't the most consistently excellent season from Gurney, he still trousered that big check and won that big prize.
Yeah, I thought what turned Daryl's season around. It was a bit late in the year, it was October, but he was defending the World Grand Prix, wasn't he? And he got to the semi-final there, and that just seemed to give him that little edge that he was looking for, the impetus to move forward. I've been a big fan of Daryl. When he starts hitting that 61st dart, he's a big max hitter, like all the best players are.
Well, he is a big maximum hitter, but his total maximums in the 2019 Premier League so far stands at 0.
Yeah.
Top maximum stats last year in the Premier League, as Durrant looks at double 6. And now double 3. Southern end misses all 3 to go with the missed bullseye in the first leg, and now likely to go 2-0 behind.
Oh dear. Oh. Quality dart, followed by another quality dart. Assured from Daryl Gurney. There was no hesitation on that double 8. 48-16, 2-0. You're 1-0 up. You then take out a nice pop finish to break, and then you throw first. Life can't get any better as a dart player when that happens.
What sort of finish was that, sorry?
Pop.
Because it was at the Grand Slam, had a good run last year, but in 2017. Last year, of course, being 2018 when he beat Simon Whitlock in the group, but then lost 2 successive matches 5-4 to Andrew Gilding and Gavin Price, and didn't get out of the group, which was something of a surprise.
Was? Great first start from Daryl. Knocking the second one in, had nowhere to go apart from in the treble. Well, apart from the opening shot, Glenn Durrant has not done a lot right. And that was a 180. No need to go 51. There's your 9.
Gurney now with 3 in hand when he comes back to go 3-0 up. He's had to survive darts at double. Both the legs he's won so far, but he's not going to have to worry about that this time.
Daryl Gurney, fourth leg is Glendon through first.
And Glenn Durrant, classed as a contender for this year's Premier League, because Gary Anderson, unfortunately, can't play because of a real bad back. Apparently he's having kind of 20 minutes here and there. I was chatting to his manager just before this game, actually. He said he's hopeful of playing in the UK Open. We shall see. So for 9 weeks, a contender will step in. take Gary Anderson's place. Not something you'd really want to do.
59.
It was Chris Dobie last week, Glenn Durrant this week. Next week, it's going to be Steve Lennon. We are in Dublin.
100. $136.
Oh, Darrell's in control again.
And that's his first maximum of the 2019 Premier League, and it could be a biggie too in every sense, because it's given him first crack at a finish in this leg to go 4 in front.
100.
Yeah, Glenn playing nowhere near his best. You see that after the first dart. No rhythm at all, really. 33 for 28.
Game shot the fourth leg. Daryl Gurney. Fifth leg is saddled in through first.
You know the 64 was pop pop. You know where I'm going, don't you?
No idea whatsoever. I frequently wonder what cul-de-sac you're going down. It was 180 followed by 121, wasn't it? Which is 6 pops on the trot, and it was 4-0 now with 2 breaks to throw to Daryl Gurney, who really is bringing his A game to the big stage here in Glasgow, an average of 101 or near enough. Does have started with a max. It seems a long time ago now, in between that maximum and his second there.
Both to start the legs. Glenn Durrant has had 4 darts at the double, missed them all. Daryl Gurney's had 5 darts at the double, and it 4. He's actually outplaying Glenn as well.
$134.
Superb switching.
$100.
Somehow, Glenn Durrant has just sneaked his average to just over a ton. Now just below it with that single 20. It looked like he was playing quite poorly.
97. Glenn, you require 87.
To get off the mark. Big moments coming up now for Glenn Durrant. Double 5. Oh, yeah.
Shot the fifth leg. Glenn Durrant.
Well, it'll make him feel better, but
Sixth leg is Glenn through first.
still swimming against the tide, because Daryl Gurney, not only leading 4-1, he's playing quite beautifully as well. The Grand Prix champion, the Players' champ, strutting his stuff.
99.
Well, let's not forget either that he was very close to making the playoffs at the O2 last year, wasn't he? Finished 5th in the table in a debut year in the Premier League, which was no disgrace whatsoever.
Yeah, 8 draws last year. Only lost 4 games. Michael van Gerwen topped the table and only lost 4 games. Quality averages. There we see it.
60.
That's why the score is 4-1.
Saw a remarkable fight back from Raymond van Barneveld in the last match of the evening when he came from 2-6 adrift to draw 6-all with Gerwin Price. And this would be pretty astonishing if Durrant can get back off the canvas from 0-4.
128.
Yeah, great switching again.
161.
Darrell goes above that 60, he looks a completely different animal, as do most players.
When you recall
Don't want to start covering all the time. 42 for 32. Oh,
102. When you recall 121.
Near miss could be costly, because we've already seen this from Daryl Gurney, and it's the same method ending on double 14, and it's the same outcome. Absolutely remarkable. 2 1-2-1 outs from Daryl Gurney, both with 2 trebles to double. Top class finishing from the Northern Irishman.
and that's a third leg run in his left 1-2-1. That's how well he's scoring. That's how in control of his game he is.
16.
They're both averaging 98, but only one man is really doing the damage. Glenn Durrant misses 1-3-4 on the 32. Darrell takes that 1-2-1.
Well, that's been the story, hasn't it? Because Durrant missed darts at double.
45.
Now in 3 legs in which Gurney has won, and
Yeah.
goes without saying that any of those legs could have gone the other way, but they didn't. And Gurney's 1-2-1 show
95.
has put him in complete command in this match. Now just a couple of legs away from picking up the 2 points.
He was having a bit of a stinker of a leg
100.
on the throw. If you're going to have a bad one, have it on your opponent's throw. We know how quick these matches can change round, especially against the
95.
quality operators that they're all playing against. Should hit a ton from that.
100.
Indeed he does, and in a statistical quirk of fate, his average is now above Gurney's.
Yeah. A score of 96 is not a disaster.
58.
Well, he's hit 2 trebles in this leg, Darrell, but he's just not scored enough. It's been a poor 7th leg from him, and it's very likely he'll get broken.
60. WRL 138.
He's taken out 1-2-1 twice. Can he take out the 1-3-8? The answer's no. Glenn Durrant will come back for 56, and it really must happen for him.
56.
He's chosen to go 20 for double 18. He chose it and he didn't hit it.
WRL 78.
That was the 6th and 7th darts Durrant's missed at a double in this match. And that's really why he is 6-1 down to Daryl Gurney. Gurney has only missed 1 dart at double in the match.
Yeah, there's been 7 legs played, and Glenn Durrant has had darts to win 4 of them. And what was turning into the worst leg of the match for Daryl Gurney, he pinches it with a clinical 78. He just looked really composed. His
16.
Okay, scoring was off in the last leg. Needs to find his scoring boots again, but he has a guaranteed point. But he won't be settling for that, that's for sure.
137.
I've always found the prospect of players wearing different footwear for different shots quite fascinating.
100.
Third maximum for Glenn. Second maximum for Darrell.
One of the race. Gurney require 44.
Double 16, the pick this time. And the doubling drought continues for Dozer.
161.
Oh, what a way to win it. 51 for bullseye. Oh, this would be absolutely stunning.
136. Gurney require 32.
And there it is. Finally, Glenn Durrant goes to the well and does not come up dry. Gets his second leg. Still needs to win 4 on the trot.
140.
Glenn's at 4 180s, 3 of them have been at the start of legs. I asked if we were going to see a 9 earlier. I wonder.
82.
Come on, Dozer. Top wire of that 60, pal. Oh.
Well, he did miss a darter double for a 9-darter in the Grand Slam, didn't he? Previous year.
Yes.
$137.
Glenn back over a ton average. In between all the missed doubles,
140.
he's held it together well and played okay. Well, he nearly won the match with a 161. He's not going to win it with a 142.
90. Gurney require 81.
Got to go, Glenn.
2 darts in hand at double 12. Yes, Glenn. One brings 2, Glenn, doesn't it? All those missed darts at double, and now 2 consecutive darts at double find the mark, and Dozer moves back to within 3, and he has the darts in leg 10.
Showing a bit of class here. The way Darrell's playing, it's hard to envisage a comeback. But it may have started through sheer brilliance from Glenn Durrant.
96.
$99 for Darrell. 100 for Glenn. Going by those statistics,
57.
Durrant has scored better because he's missed more darts at a double as well, had more darts at a double as well.
100. $99.
And there we see it. Darrell's had 8 darts at a double and it's 6. Dozer, he's actually missed more darts at a double than Darrell's had at a double.
134.
Darrell doing a good job on the Dozer throw, putting him under all sorts of pressure. And it's telling.
100.
Snuck that one in there.
Well, that pushes Gurney now to within 2 darts of the match, unless Dozer has got a roof raiser for us, and maybe he has. Maybe he has. Needed that treble 19.
99. Medal uniform 50.
Would have left double 14. In any regard, Gurney now wants double 16 for 2 points. And Daryl Gurney beats the contender, Glenn Durrant. Does threaten to fight back from 6-1 down to 6-3, but in the end, Daryl Gurney too strong, too solid. And he wins by 7 legs to 3. We've got more top-class darts to follow as Benja Silovic takes on Michael van Gerwen, and top-class rugby league coming up this Sunday, live on Sky Sports.